Russell.
I'm Garcia. What's up?
Where were you going? You can't escape.
Sam Healy, what's up, y'all?
We're going through all the games coming out at GenCon 2016. We're going through them in reverse alphabetical order. So as we get to the end, we're getting closer to the letter A.
That makes sense.
Today we're starting at the letter G. We got Greenbrier Games, Yashima, Legends from Fairy Tale.
Oh, that's like a follow-up to the original Yashima then, right?
So yes, from what I understand.
Okay.
Grail Games has Jeju Island, which I don't think it's actually going to be there now. They said it might not make it in time, which is unfortunate. Jeju Island is like the Hawaii of Korea.
Yeah.
That's where people
it's
go
the resort
for,
island of Korea.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Medici, which I just got in the mail, and looks like the nicest version of this classic auction-style game.
Which is not hard to do because the game never had a real pretty edition.
That's true.
But this looks like a pretty edition, even if the previous ones had been good-looking, because it has that Vincent Dutrait artwork. And if he illustrates a game, I'll try it at least.
People absolutely look at it. I mean, they will give it its props if his name is the artist.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite artists. This game looks good. It's a classic.
We have two new companies coming to Gen Con for the first time, even though neither one of them is a new company. The first is Gigamic, and they're bringing in a bunch of their smaller games. They're known for their classic abstract games, but they have kids games like Gloobs, where you grab stuff. Caribou Camp. Which one? Gigamic?
Is that right? I was thinking like Gigamic.
I think it's French. Gigamic.
I don't know. I've always in my head
like gigantic.
I don't know. I've never heard them say it. In my head, I've always said
I would never
Gigamic.
go by me as a pronunciation guy.
No, we're gonna call them Gigamic from now on.
Okay, but anyway, Gloobs is a fun grab stuff as fast as you can. Caribou Camp is where you're kind of like trying to give your. What did you say that game was based on?
Oh boy, Tom. What did I say?
It's like based on an old classic game where you are trying to collect a set of something.
Yeah, it's like where you're trying to have four of a kind with a regular deck of cards and then give your partner a sign so they'll go, you're set, you're squared, whatever.
Oh, and this one is 5 of a kind and it's animals and you make a certain kind of, you twist your neck or stick your tongue out.
But you have to do it specifically to the animal that is you've got. Yeah.
The other company that's not new but there for the first time is Gamewright. I believe it's their first time there. And they're going to be showing off Sushi Go Party, which has been out. People will buy that. Imagine, which looks really cool.
Yeah.
And Bring Your Own Book. That's the party game where you have a book and you look through for the answers. Like Apples, Apples, but the answer is a line or a sentence from your book.
You've played that?
Yeah.
Is it cool? Does it work?
It is. I mean, it's really fun when you have like someone brings a cookbook.
That's funny. Okay, yeah.
It depends on the books you bring, right? But if you bring, like, we played it, Holly brought a comic book. I was like, all right.
That's interesting. Yeah, I gotta try that out. That sounds ridiculous.
Gale Force 9 is going to be another one of those booths people run for.
Yes.
They have Tyrants of the Underdark, which was at Origins. It's a deck-building D&D game, and I'm sure people are going to want to play that. But what they're really going to be running for
They sold out at Origins too, didn't they?
I don't remember, actually.
Pretty sure they did.
Star Trek Ascendancy is going to sell out. It's being simultaneously released at Gen Con and at the Star Trek convention. There's like a 50th year anniversary for Star Trek happening in, I believe, Las Vegas at the same time.
Wow.
So there will not be many Star Trek nerds at Gen Con. In fact, Jared Whitley told me he's going to the Star Trek convention and not to Gen Con.
Really?
I was like, nerd. As I go play my game pieces.
No, Trekkie.
Trekkie. But anyhow, this looks like a huge Twilight Imperium style type game. Although, oddly enough, it's for 3 players.
I know, that's...
And then you got to buy an expansion to get it to more players.
It's exactly for 3?
That's the
2 or 3, I think.
That's the one thing that's kind of holding me back from really wanting to try this game out. It's only for 3 players, and usually 3 players is not a good number count for this kind of game.
You never know, though. It did work for StarCraft. StarCraft was okay with 3 players.
I didn't like StarCraft that much, though. And this looks a lot
Isn't
like
this the one that looks like StarCraft with the stars and the gateway-looking things? Yeah.
So I don't know.
It's definitely on my list.
No, it's not. Tyrants of the Underdark is a definite. You need to give it a nod at least. If you like area control and you like deck building, these 2 things have been put together, and they've been put together well. So Tyrants of the Underdark is cool. I'm interested in Star Trek Ascendancy. I just don't know what to think of it.
It's very high on my list. I believe it's number 2. FoxMind is going to have several games there. Puppy Love, Smiley Games, and Get Rich Quick. Get Rich Quick I played. I really like it. I think you might enjoy it, even though it's very light. It's one I think you'll like to play your family. Okay. Essentially, you have 7 cards in your hand. You play 3 of them, and the cards will do different things basically depending on who else played those cards.
Okay.
So like I can play a card that gives me $1,000. Big deal. I can play a card that gives me, I pay 1,000 and get 3,000, but if everyone at the table plays that card, no one gets anything. As long as one person doesn't play it, that card goes off. Then the next card works as long as 2 people didn't play it. Then there's one card that works if you are the only person to play it.
Well,
Okay, so it's basically like that. You get this money, you're trying to get these points different ways, and then you can buy upgrades and get special abilities on the board. Like or you can buy extra cards for your hand too. So I really enjoyed this.
Well, it sounds like they're going through very cute games anyway. Puppy love and smiley games and aww.
The networks from former Ferret, that was at Origins. I believe it's sold out there. I highly suspect it will sell out at GenCon
It's
too.
been hot.
It's been getting a lot of good buzz. It's about running your own bad TV network station and filling it up with shows. Let's see. Fireside Game has Here Kitty Kitty, which we haven't played. I believe there's a lot of cats in that game, like plastic cats.
A bunch of little plastic cats, yes.
And Dastardly Dirigibles, which you have reviewed, I believe.
I did, and I liked it. I thought it was a cool Rummy-esque game with a nice theme. Great artwork, too.
And now for the guessing. Fantasy Flight Games. Although, they've already announced a few things, and by the time these videos goes up, for all I know, they've announced more. They always do this the week of, so this is what we know for sure will be there. Mansions of Madness 2nd Edition.
App-driven Mansions of Madness,
app-driven
right?
Mansions of Madness.
I'm excited, man.
That sounds good.
I never got into Mansions of Madness because I heard it was a little bit clunky. It was a little bit like too fiddly. Again, I never played. This is what I've heard. But if they streamlined it a little bit and added an app component that kind of runs the game for you, it might be time to check this game out.
Yeah.
Not only that, you know all those monsters I have are compatible with Mansions of Madness. All those
that's cool.
painted miniature things I got.
Yeah, that's
and
cool.
you guys mocked me.
I don't remember making fun of you for that. I mean, I've made fun of you for many other things.
Okay. Now, the Iron Throne, which is the Game of Thrones retheming, reworking of Cosmic Encounter. So it's not just a straight port of Cosmic Encounter, there's a lot of changes. That is supposed to be coming out later this year.
They'll have it there to show off, but you can get it there.
I'm going to bet there's some copies there. I'm going to say it. Maybe. All right?
I would imagine, yeah.
I'm
Really?
sure they'll have their new X-Wing stuff, their new Imperial Assault stuff, and maybe the Carillion Conflict. Have you seen that? It's
Yes.
like a campaign for Armada. That looks pretty cool. So we'll see more of that stuff. I also think they might either release or show off the Arkham Horror LCG. Now, this was leaked like a month ago. I don't know if you remember. It showed up on a thread. Like there was a picture from one of the distributors, and it was instantly taken down like within minutes.
Yeah, I remember.
But on the internet, minutes are forever.
Yes.
And it was spread everywhere.
Arkham,
Arkham Horror LCG.
which is there was a CCG that
There was a
had
Call of
that.
Cthulhu CCG, but this is different.
Okay.
If this comes out at Gen Con, it will be huge.
It will be hot. Yeah.
Okay? So, any other predictions? Do you want to predict Twilight Imperium Star Wars yet?
Well, they have told you. Your insider information has told you that you will be surprised.
yeah,
by
that's
something.
true. Someone
and you
said
have
that.
constantly said that TI4 is never going to happen. And much more so, you have said that a Star Wars TI4 will never happen.
You're holding out hope, aren't you?
I'm holding out hope. I'm gonna
Hold his breath until it's
hold my breath and hope that it's true. But
I was trying to think what other they've been like taking their older properties and like reworking them, but they've kind of run out, I think, in that regard. I don't think they have any old big properties to mess with. So
except for Star Wars.
that's not an old property.
Well, it's a property. And
Okay.
it needs more rework.
I think the only game that they've put out a long time ago like that really needs to come back in print, and it could happen because they reprinted out of nowhere Blue Moon as Blue Moon Legends is Blue Moon City. That was theirs.
Like a Wind Rider?
Blue Moon City's Wind Rider. If it happens, it's Wind Rider, man.
Wind Rider, yeah.
Wind Rider wouldn't print that because it's not a whatever classic, right? It's not that old.
It's Kanitia. Come on. Ooh, I'm changing it. I'm changing it. Yeah, I'm that Blue Moon City. Come on, they have it. You know it.
They won't do that until they've gone through all the other classics. Is what I'm saying.
TI4 Star Wars.
All right. Well,
Say TI5. How about 4?
I'm hesitant
I'm
to
saying
say.
5.
You know what I'd love to go there and see? The new Cosmic Encounter expansion that they've been working on secretly.
That's like kicking a dead horse at this point.
No.
You shut your mouth. Except I don't think they would do that because they also then have, this new Iron Throne thing, and they're not going to mess with that.
They're not going to do that.
Come on,
I don't
man. TI4 Star Wars would be like.
The other thing
Come on.
It's true.
That's printing money at this point.
I just feel less confident about their lineup than I normally do. I'm not even making very good guesses this year. All right. DV Giochi has an expansion for Bang the Dice game. Come on, you want it?
I am very, what it's called, Old Saloon or something like that?
Yeah, Old Saloon.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It's got some more characters in it.
This is not a game I was expecting to get an expansion, actually. But
I wasn't either, but this is a cool. I'm looking at this as a cool thing because it is one of my favorite dice games. So having
might
a little
be doing
bit more,
well enough that it gets one.
having a little bit more variability in there, I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah, that's good.
And I also got the Bang the Duel. I'm kind of curious about that, the 2-player version of Bang.
Sam has played this already.
I have played it. I've played it a few times with my wife, and I think I was looking for it the other day when I was researching for this.
And you threw it away.
And I don't know where it is. I couldn't find it in my shelves.
Pretty sure you kept it.
So I think I did too. Have
you reviewed it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did.
Okay, I don't know.
I feel like
having
that
a
too.
Z moment.
Well, let's jump over to Days of Wonder, which has 5 tribes, the thieves, and the Kala. It's a very small expansion, but you liked it, but very small.
Yes, I reviewed it already. It is 7 cards, I think. That's it.
Another hot game, though, will be their Ticket to Ride, Rails, and Sails.
This I'm looking forward to.
And this is definitely on my list as well.
Very
I
exciting.
love the fact that they're taking Ticket to Ride and they're mixing it up. I mean, they started doing that.
Well, the other thing they're doing.
Pennsylvania and UK.
Yeah, now this really big
and now
one.
they've really kind of changed it, adding boats into it.
Well, this is the first time they've done a big box in a while.
Not only are they
different
doing
decks.
a big box Ticket to Ride game,
Right.
but they are also doing it. I don't know if you guys saw this little bit of a leak that just happened a couple of days ago.
The kids game.
The kids game,
But
Ticket
that's
to
a Target
Ride.
exclusive, I think.
Okay, but it's coming out, and it's kind of like it. Some of Target's had it, and apparently some Target put it out early by
they weren't
mistake.
supposed to?
Yeah.
Dope.
So I'm assuming it'll be announced at the show. And maybe, like you say, if it's a Target exclusive, they cannot sell it there. I don't know how that works, but maybe
I don't
they
know how it
can.
works either.
I don't know.
I really like the game. What I've seen of Ticket to Ride, the kids version, it's pretty cool. It's really simplifies it down. Like all the cities are the exact same distance apart, just for simplification of that. It's one that kids. I mean, it's for younger kids.
Very young
like
kids.
Young.
Really young. Yes.
CG will have codenames pictures and people punching each other trying to grab them. There's also a leak for that. The CG, the codenames pictures
Other people
after
taking
dark.
pictures of those people.
Cryptozoic
Pointing and laughing.
has a whole pile of stuff from the Cartoon Network, basically.
That's right.
Let's see. Jumping over to where are we? Oh, we're on the last page. Cool Mini or not? Well, this is the last one for today. Let's go through all
You
these.
skipped right over internal affairs like
Oh,
that.
I'm sorry. Internal Affairs. Did you?
It's a good game.
Oh, okay.
It's a good game, and it's not part of the whole Cartoon Network mockery that you just took part
I
of.
wasn't mocking Cartoon Network. I just said that they have a lot of stuff from it. I like the Cartoon Network.
It's a good Internal Affairs is a good little deduction game with some code breaking in there. So it's pretty cool.
I wonder how many of these Cool Mini or Not games are on Z's list. I know that you probably have some on your list. Okay, here we go.
Too many of them.
Bloodborne. I'm saying I don't think you will because you have bad taste.
No. Yeah.
Bloodborne, the card game. Very good.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed this one.
Very fun.
Did you play this one?
Yes, I
You
did.
did.
Not on my list.
Played it at CMON Expo.
Yeah, oh man, I'm really excited about this one. I don't care about the video game at all.
Yeah,
and after
neither do
playing this, still not at all. But I love the fact that
good
this game is
though.
basically like Cutthroat Caverns in 30 minutes.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly what it is.
Cthulhu in the house! This is basically that whole Rumble in the house, Rumble in the dungeon. It's now with Cthulhu.
Not on my list.
Creo is a small
Really?
game from them.
Not on my list.
Crossmaster Arena. I know these aren't on your list.
Oh, I thought you seemed like you opened the door there for me to tell you what was on my
I'm going to
list.
stab you with this pen.
Yes.
I'm going to keep doing it.
Crossmaster Arena 2.0. That's,
I was never in on Crossmaster.
well, here's your chance.
Which
to
one's
jump in.
Crossmaster Arena?
I've got enough.
So on the big
Oh, the
cheesy-
chibi looking.
cheesy
Yeah.
guys?
It's got to be really good. It's got to be really good. I've got enough miniature games on my shelf right now.
Yeah, but these are chibi miniatures. They got big old heads.
That's even more
All right.
detriment.
Looters. This is a small little fun, fast card game, like basically how much loot you're going to have. You play different characters, help you get loot. Masks. I did not play Masks. I think you guys played Masks, or you saw it
remember.
at Home Internet.
Masks.
I don't think we saw that one.
The other Seven Sins. This is their big one that people will be running for.
That
This
is
is on my
very
list.
true.
Okay, well, this one I'm
That
very
is on your
intrigued
list.
on
I want to play
playing.
it. I haven't played it.
I want to play the bad guy in this one to see how that
I've
feels.
played it 1.5 times. I say half because I was just helping when we were stopping by at Dice Tower Con to play Arcane Academy with his prototype. He was teaching somebody else how to play Seven Other Sins, and while we were waiting on you guys to show up, I went ahead and played as well. So again, it's a really, really fun game. The theme is just a little bit too dark and a little bit too, for me, my point of view, a little bit too realistic. So
I'm okay with that. I definitely
Yeah.
want to see it. The darker, the better.
I think you'll like it.
Well,
actually.
don't actually go down that road because there's probably some games that are too dark for you. All right, Potion Explosion has really been taking the world by storm.
Yeah, that
I mean,
seems
everyone
really
who
cool.
plays that one. Tada's a quick dice game. I think that's Avery's game, right? Mm-hmm. Unusual Suspects is another game, that party game people are really liking. And then I'm super excited about Xenoshift Dreadmire. Love Xenoshift, having more of it. It's more aliens. There's some slight changes to the game with weather and such, but just a lot of fun overall.
Yep.
Cool.
Hey, one more video left for games. So we'll see you guys then. We're going to go through A through C.
C through A, sir.
Cha through A, sir.
Cha through A.
All right, anyway, until next time, I'm Tom Vassell.
Zigger, see ya.
Sam Healy. See you on the flip side.